on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes ready to get this thing started and open the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Quick completion to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Got it in the middle. It's high.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He might want another play. Looking to throw again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Stands in and takes the hit. Finds a man on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Quickly complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not the thrower. He picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry up. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but You got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on fourth down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and a challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Get it out on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Gives it on the option. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Canes moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They're going to ride this running back. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
Here comes the offense on second down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got his man in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. This offense starting to impose its dominance. 13th play of the drive coming. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. To throw that one in there. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's high. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas. When you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. It's high. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Look out, he's got room. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Makes the catch. There he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Some guys just have the pure talent to make the catch no matter how many defenders are around.
Yeah, Reese, he's a bit of a rule breaker because even when he's covered, he's open. The quarterback knows that. He's going to find a way to come back to the football and help his QB out.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackle.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in, it's Lamb. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
Man, that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They come into the season, #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in and contribute day one. Palmer, there's a lot of young, exciting faces.
Yeah, they don't look like freshmen either. I mean, these guys look like grown men. And remember, in recruiting, a lot of these kids were promised to get on the field very, very early. For this team to have the success they're hoping to have, absolutely these freshmen have got to go.
The screen, and watch out. He's really close. First down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Canes! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by 10 over TCU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Finds us back in the middle.
Yeah, you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on third down. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. Wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. They're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Catch in the middle. It's high. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Got a man. It's Rousseau. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rousseau. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You just can't take a sack on second down there in the red zone because that's already been the problem for this offense. They've been having to settle for field goals and not score touchdowns. They have been able to drive the football. They're just not finishing those drives, and the pass rush of this defense is right now a big reason why.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rousseau. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, still going. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That Miami offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better, sir.
Well, if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Hurricanes! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 6 over TCU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Finds his big tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Going to swing it on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And that's what we players call a 7 route. That receiver ran it beautiful.
The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
221 wing, 221 wing. Here we go, set.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Open field on the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
To the air on second down. With the catch, it's high. Still running at the 40. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Longhorns in the hurry up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That's caught. It's Lamb. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
Texas, 12.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Turning it on! They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Longhorns are marching down the field.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a 1st and goal there. He wants to throw it. Trying to bull his way in. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Just keeps slinging it. Throws for the tight end. Big fella moving. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The give on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, You're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On third and short, the power run here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on third.
The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this...
Oh, he's got some... Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. First down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long.
Let's go! Let's go!
He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. They want that clock to run. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And it's no good. Guys, I know the field goal wasn't good, but hey, 19, it's a pretty good lead.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last.
There he goes. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Rousseau. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
He wants to throw it again. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It'll be third and long. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. Finds a crease at the 20. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Snaps it in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.